6 a.m. on race day. It was raining when we got here. It was raining the whole drive here, which is about 6 hours. And I woke up at 5 o'clock this morning and it's still raining. 3 miles in, first big climb, unceremonious start. Mile 3, and here's what the trails look like. A lot of leaf cover and some bigger rocks hiding under those, so gotta be careful not to twist an ankle out here. Pretty forgiving though, drier than expected. So the objective here today is to find the Caney Fork, which is a mythical kitchen utensil that was allegedly used by Jesus at the Last Supper. I blinked and I'm 5.5 miles in. Didn't believe it when I saw the notification on my watch. Already had my first goo at 40 minutes. Got a nice timer set on my watch. Passed by West Johnson aid station. Really pretty out here, y'all. Eight and a half. Oh my. That's a proper waterfall. Too busy being a damn tourist. There's a whole section of waterfalls, just beautiful. I think I got a big climb ahead of me. I am of the opinion that Lost Creek should not have such prominent signage. At mile 11, my heart rate just cracked into the 170s for the first time, which is not great. So I'm bringing it back down again. Strategery. Woo! Not sure how much this is gonna bring my heart rate down. Rocks are slippery, y'all. Oh my. Ten and a half miles down, lost aid station complete, pickles and Coke. I'm back on my bullshit, baby. Besides that, they had water, tailwind, wavy lays, orange slices, peanut butter jelly tortilla wraps. Pretty good spread. Hey, how you feeling? Good, it's beautiful.
How are you?
I'm making it, I'm good. 12 miles in, coming back from Lost Creek. This is the first climb of the morning. Nothing else counted before this. .8 miles in, first big climb of the run, down. Heart rate is at 160, which I'm really pleased with. Mile 13. .3 miles. I think nearing the top of a big climb. And I kind of like the climbs because my heart rate gets a chance to drop. I'm at 135 right now. I haven't been there since like mile 4. But there's a trade-off in that I'm lighting my quads on fire and my calves. And I can feel that fatigue already. Fun! Mile 14.5, first salt tab. I don't know if it's sweat or just condensation from how humid it is, but it doesn't feel like I'm losing a lot of sodium. It's just like watery sweat, which is not normal for me. But I want to make sure I'm on top of my sodium. I think we're approaching another waterfall. Oh my. Yes, I want a good time today, but man, sometimes you just gotta stop and take it all in. The whole idea of this is just being out here with nature, you know? Being outside your cubicle, your work area. This is the most beautiful place I've ever run in, I think. Tough to match, at least. Mile 16. I'm kind of living in the 160s, a heart rate zone, that is. I can definitely feel my quads not liking the incline so far. So this big climb that's coming up is gonna be pretty rough. Bring it on, I love this shit. There's some wind cutting through the trees. It's been pretty still down here in the cover. I've been going up for a while, 17 and change in. This may be the big one. It'll be worth it for the view though. Still on that biggest climb, but as predicted, the views are incredible. This is the big one, y'all. Still climbing. The watch said I hit 184 just now, which is usually where I start breaking down, but I don't feel like I'm maxing out. I think that's it. It'll take more than a 900-foot climb to defeat me. Unless it's still ahead of me, then hold that thought. Oh shit, there's more ahead of me. I have never been more wrong in my life. I'm still climbing. Whew. And apparently my phone is low on storage. That's an exciting development. I'm leaving the Overlook aid station. I wish I got a picture there, because what a view. Had my usual cup of pickles plus juice and Coca-Cola, a nice Dixie cup shot glass. Refilled with a 50-50, a Trail Arnold Palmer, I'm calling it, of tailwind and water. Oh, I feel good. 20 miles in, I can't believe I feel this good. Just casually deleted 1,000 pictures and videos mid-run. Space issue solved. Gotta get one creek crossing in this video. There's been a few. Another climb. I can't help but think though, this time at my last 50K, my first 50K, I was dying. And as I'm climbing this hill, I've got nothing but gratitude for the 12 weeks of work I put in to make this climb relatively tolerable. Hill workouts, speed work, 650 plus miles. Oh, this is the reward for all that work. I'm feeling so good. Less than 10 miles to go. Running at about a 9:38 pace right now. And I'm holding myself back. Don't want to get greedy yet. Just gotta keep chipping away. Kind of getting Coconino National Forest vibes from this section. Feel like I'm in Flagstaff. As planned, I breezed through Polly's Branch Aid Station at mile 22.5 without stopping. Excuse me. Was moving at a casual 9-minute mile. That is probably not sustainable, but heart rate 160, feeling good. Mile 23.5, feeling a little bloated. So if there was ever a time to take another salt tab, it's right now. Hopefully that helps. Just threw down an 8:55 mile at mile 24. And I'm starting to do ultra math. I got river crossing here. Pleasant rocks. I got 2 miles to the next aid station, then 5 to the finish. Whew. Oh, really? Oh, Jesus. Woo! Oh my goodness. Look at this descent. Oh, I'm gonna be paying for this in a few miles. Past the Scotts Gulf aid station at mile 27. 4 pickles plus a little juice and a Coca-Cola. In and out. Unbelievable. You see that? Just a solid wall of stone. God, how high is that? Wow. Two miles until the 50K mark, 5 miles to the finish. Let's get in a little extra credit today. If this isn't the big climb at the end, I'm scared to find out what is. Focus on the mile you're in. I suppose that's the important part. That's it over there. The Caney Fork of Legend. I've done it. Someone call Spielberg and George Lucas. I'm gonna be the next Indiana Jones movie.
Hi, and welcome to the studio. You're probably
Really confused why you're here 20 minutes into a video and not finishing the Caney Fork course with me. Well, that's because my race is about to take a bit of a turn, and I didn't take too much video to finish this out. So it just goes to show you could be having the 50K of your life, you could be less than 2 miles from the finish, and you could still have a colossal lapse in judgment that I should not have done. Anyway, enjoy. I'm 30 miles in and I gotta cross this shit? What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Ah! Oh, I can't believe I did that. God, that current's fucking crazy. Let's fucking finish this shit. I sure hope this is right. I'm still following pink flags that are tied to trees. But this course is a lot rougher than it was the other side of the river. Oh, waterfall. This must be it, but I'm not even on a trail, dude. Look at this. What the hell? Not runnable. This is not runnable. There is no trail. I was making such good pace. What the fuck? What the fuck? Y'all, I'm just going from pink flag to pink flag. I can't, where's the next one? This is not the course. This is not the course. Oh my God. What the hell? I have no signal to call anyone. I'm heading back the way I came. That means I gotta cross that damn river again. But I'm just following the old course from here on out. That'll at least take me home. What the hell? I just wanna get out of this at this point. This is not good. I'm back across. I saw my first pink flag. Pink flags, the ribbons are the same color, man. And there was no pink flag visible where the pink ribbons were leading us across the river crossing. That is some bullshit. 50K dreams out the door this time, man. Race of my life so far. Blew it again. Sucks. This seems a little more above board. Thank you for the rope. I was miserable. At this point, I just wanted to be done with the race. Like, all the fire had gone out of my belly for this race, no matter how good my start was. And so I continued on, following pink flags very specifically planted into the ground and not wrapped around trees. And I was just a little paranoid at this point. So I was doing a big climb and I realized I hadn't seen a flag in a while. Looked around, didn't see one. So I decided to backtrack to the previous one just to make sure that I was still on course. And while I was backtracking, who walked around a boulder? I hadn't seen someone for the past 5 hours outside of aid stations. My sister walked around a boulder. I stopped in my tracks. She stopped in her tracks. We just stared at each other. We didn't know if we were hallucinating or not. And we were both real, spoiler alert. And I was able to run and walk my sister into the finish of her first 50K Ultra. Honestly, crossing the finish line next to my sister at her first Ultra was a very real silver lining to what had become a hard day for me. I sat in a bag chair after the race and cheered on the other runners as they came in. I started working through what I was feeling. The joy of how well I'd run those 30 miles, and the joy of how prepared I was for the final 2, and the crushing disappointment of going off course. I didn't come to a healthy conclusion there in that bag chair, but I did later that night. I realized, what did going off course really matter? Yeah, I added an hour and change to my race time. I dropped 2 places, but who is that for? That's for other people. That's external validation. That's useless. That's not for me. What is for me is how I felt over the course of those 5.5 hours, where I was conquering terrain that I would have given up on 6 months ago. What is for me is the knowledge that I've dropped my 50K time by an hour in 5 months on terrain that includes 4,400 feet of climbing, no less. What's also for me was being there to cross the line with my sister at the hard-earned end of her first ultra marathon. That she wound up winning, by the way. I've introduced her to this beautiful, painful, meaningful, and truly epic sport, and she loves it.
she was already talking about her next 50K by the time that evening rolled around. And I couldn't be more proud. Yes, that is what's for me. That's what I choose to take away from this race. My Caney Fork 50K was ultimately a success, despite the setback near the end. And that's not going to stop me from coming back for revenge next year.
Very nice, very nice. All right.
Finally, thank you to Doug and Rebecca Holder and all the volunteers that made the Caney Fork Ultra possible. It is a gorgeous, challenging course, and I hope that this video will inspire others to take on the challenge next year. I'll see you out there on the trails.